between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
On for the point after.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Play action now. Cousins. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A 2-yard gain.
They'll go with Jones. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is fielded at the 27. 54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Sponge, 48. No. Listen to me.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Kaiser White. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, That gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
At the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Ronald Jones.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Up 3rd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Tannehill. He's got it, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
3rd and 8.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Townsend picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
By the Falcons.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To Hunter Henry.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Tannehill. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Matt Milano came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Tannehill. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Butker's kick here is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Now it's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Tannehill on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
10 yards on the pick.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Tannehill throwing again. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Forced out to his left. And that one will fall incomplete.
Cousins on the keeper.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. From the gun, here's Cousins. Again for Evans. This time he's got him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Tannehill. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
He was brought down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Caught right down side, Hopkins. Touchdown, Falcons.
Number 10.
DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown number 18 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, 3 buzz. Run.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54, Mike 54.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Adams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
1st down, Falcons.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
His kick is good.
No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
The 46-yard line.
Cousins with a give to Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 10.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Throwing, Cousins. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike, check. 50. Hey, steamer. Exit. 59.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Tannehill. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
Push him back. Push him back.
Off play action, Tannehill. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
Devontae Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Panthers. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
First down.
On first down, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Falcons add on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And now here is another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They look like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
54 is Mike.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He's got Adams on the hookup. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Tannehill going to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now Tannehill on third and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Makes the score.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach, say, that's it. Okay, it hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit no matter what.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. One last shot now for Cousins. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Falcons, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.